Welcome to Inspired Learning's presentation of the Critic Learning Design Framework. This framework is designed to guide educators in evaluating and enhancing language model outputs for enriching learning experiences. I'm Maria Dolce, an educator with over 20 years' experience in the field of education and, in particular, gifted education. My area of passion is exploring how curriculum can be used as motivation to maximize the potential of all learners. I've worked in schools as a classroom teacher, a school leader, a system leader, and academic throughout my career. I'm currently the principal consultant of Inspired Learning, working alongside teachers in schools, collaboratively planning and running workshops to build teacher efficacy in using LLMs such as ChatGPT and Google Gemini for differentiated learning design, amongst other things. We are in exciting times right now in education with the advancements of AI. However, we do also need to be questioning and critiquing the technologies that we are using and that our students are also interacting with. The framework that I'm presenting to you captures how I've been working with LLMs to optimize their output. When I first began using this technology, I wasn't overly impressed with its output. I realized, though, the issue wasn't so much the technology, but it was more about the way in which I was interacting with it. It's taken me some time and practice, and even now I'm constantly refining the way in which I phrase my prompts to design and co design learning alongside others. The framework you see here tries to capture the way in which I and other educators have interacted with these tools to enhance outputs. So here we go. CRITIC stands for comprehensiveness, relevance, innovation, targeted, interactivity, and clarity. Together, these components form the pillars of a robust learning design, ensuring that the content is not only informative but truly engaging for students. The framework is not sequential. You may find that you may focus on one or multiple components at the same time when you interact with your language model. Over the next few weeks, I'll break open the framework. What I would love for you to do is to consider an upcoming learning sequence or syllabus content in your grade scope and sequence to experiment with. Explore the ideas that I'm presenting to you, and please feel free to share these with me. For now, let's focus on the first two components, comprehensiveness and relevance. So each of the components of the critic framework will present an evaluation point with considerations and then with guidance of where to next and a sample interaction with ChatGPT. So let's consider the concept of comprehensiveness. Our evaluation point here is, does the learning task address the topic with depth? I encourage you to look for depth and breadth, ensuring all aspects of the topic are explored. If the output of the language model doesn't, some possible next steps are to consider breaking down the prompt into more specific sub-questions. So asking the large language model to expand on areas that were briefly covered or request examples and applications to enrich the content. What might some sample prompts look like for enhancement of this particular type of output? Here on the screen, I suggest you select some of these ideas that resonate with you and give them a try. When you do see something that you like, I do encourage you to copy and paste it onto a document to keep track of the ideas that are presented, because the text presented to you can become quite overwhelming. Here is an example of an interaction with ChatGPT with a focus on stage 3 geography. The first prompt focuses on general information such as learning intentions, but I wanted to delve into student learning preferences, so I followed my train of thought for this. And you can see there are quite a few good ideas for learning tasks, which could be taken much further. So let's move on to the concept of relevance. It's crucial that the content aligns with the curriculum goals and resonates with the students' current understandings and their lived experience. So both formative and summative assessment come into play here. An evaluation point for this component is how closely is the learning task aligned to the student's current level of understanding. Considerations for differentiation should be the focus here. Next steps for this component may be that we provide ChatGPT or Gemini with specific content from the syllabus, incorporating keywords or concepts that are related to the area of study. The output will change significantly when we do this. Here, relevance is very closely linked to motivation for learning. So for me, much of my prompting centers around this idea. I like to design learning experiences with real life applications and the interests of my students in mind. Please feel free to use any of the prompts here to enhance your own learning design. So again, here's an example of the geography unit from earlier on, and how the component of relevance can be used to create a richer learning experience for students. I encourage you to apply this component to your prompting when using your AI tool. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to watch this video. Next time, I'll present innovation and targeted as components of the Critic Learning Design Framework. I would love to hear about how your interaction with the first two components pan out. Please share your ideas in the comments section. And also, please feel free to reach out to me via email if you have any questions regarding the framework or any of my work. Thanks.